Hey there guys, Tyler6K, the gaming guy TWG, and in the last video we reacted to part 1 of the 10 freakiest creepypastas ever told. Now we're going to go ahead and go to part 2. It is of course by Matthew Santoro. The link to the original video and its channel will be in the description below. I meant to say that in the last video, but apparently I forgot. So, let's do this. Oh my god, they're freaking ad. Oh my god, shut up. I don't want copyright infringement.
Again, friends, Uncle Matt's going to tell you a bedtime story. Oh, yes, time indeed. The age-old tradition of telling ghost stories around a campfire has gotten a digital upgrade with creepypastas. Scary stories that spread across websites, social media, and message boards.
They're basically everywhere.
Lore that are discussed both on and
note that it is late at night right now. It is dark in my room, and I am watching this with no lights on. So, if I have nightmares, I am blaming you guys. No, not really.
It might just have the same effect on you. So, if you're a light sleeper, I'll warn you to proceed with caution, because here are the 10 freakiest creepypastas ever told, part 2. Number 1
I wonder if it's
is the
part 3.
Countrys Goatman story.
What?
This story tells of a group of 11 teenagers
I
who
don't see
spend
anything.
a night in a trailer out in the Alabama woods. They're having fun until a nasty smell fills the campsite, like cooking blood and singed hair. They expect to make the best of their camping experience, but later, when they all come together for dinner, the food is portioned out to feed 12, one more than the group that they actually came with. Quickly, they realize that someone else has joined their group. What they didn't know is that those woods were filled with goatmen.
What is that?
Beasts of Native American legend.
Oh my god!
They never knew if it was them they were speaking to, or something else.
Number 2 is Normal Petrova. Normal Petrova was one of the most promising figure skaters in the United States until she came across the Wikipedia page made in her name. Oddly enough, instead of just reporting on what she had done, it also predicted her wins prior to her competitions. Everything was seemingly going okay until Honora decided to edit her own Wikipedia page in order to guarantee herself a win. From there, her life spiraled out of control in a series of terrible events.
I see what's happening here.
Involving a performer's blade breaking off of their skate and firing into the stands where she had been sitting and leaving her disfigured. This had been predicted on her Wikipedia page as well.
That's freaking weird.
Worse, and eventually her Wikipedia page updated with Normal Petrova is a pathetic little orphan. Her family
oh my god!
Nothing. Her life was eventually
so this creepypasta is about the Wikipedia page changing and the events actually happening to this woman?
It was never known who or what was behind those fatefully accurate updates on her Wikipedia page.
Number 3 is Cove. Back in the early 1970s, there was a show known as Cove, which featured creepy marionette puppets. Users SkyShip created an online chat room to discuss the show with others to see if they also recalled watching the low.
I am seriously like looking behind me every 2 seconds here.
Nightmares that he still lives with to this day. Surprisingly, he quickly found others who shared their own memories of Cove, including Pirate Percy, the Skin Taker, and Horace the Horrible.
The Skin Taker
quickly turned to the final episode of the show, where the members recalled the puppets bursting into horrific screams that left SkyShale003 and others in the forum crying in horror, who have also been living with the constant nightmares. One specific user, Mike Painter65, shocked that he wasn't alone, decided to consult his mother about why he was ever allowed to watch this show as a child. However, his mother was surprised that the man ever remembered Cove, telling him that as a boy, he would sit in front of a static television screen of dead air for 30 minutes each day, saying that he was watching his favorite pirate show.
Number 4 is No End House. A young man named David Williams was up to a challenge. He was going to be given $500 if he could make it.
I'm just checking if there's a part 3. There is a part 3. Balls.
Unspeakable horrors, he quickly regretted his decision. He was attacked by biting insects. He had to interact with terrifying apparitions and beasts, and he even had witness the own murder of his parents.
So I guess that's what we're gonna be reacting to next is part 3 of this.
To be the next to final room.
By the way, I meant to say, hey there, TWG Army. See, I'm not gonna forget. Right? Right?
On his clone's chest was the number 9. David is forced to essentially kill himself in order to escape. Although he gets his hands on the $500 exit prize, he eventually drives home only to realize that the number 10 is etched into his door. And all he can do is laugh as he realizes there truly is no end to No End House.
Number 5 is the Russian sleep experiment.
Oh my god, I've heard of this one. That one was nuts.
Russian researchers exposed 5 people to experimental gas with the intention of keeping them awake for 15 days. Locked away with no outside world contact, the subjects simply went insane. When the time was up, the subjects were
I bet a lot of people would.
Of partial mutilation, flesh and muscle torn from their bodies with their own fingertips.
What
One subject
is
lay dead,
that?
used as a food source
That is
by
not a
another
human.
despite food rations having been provided. To this very day, nobody knows exactly what
That is
occurred
not a
during the
human,
experiments
people.
or what the intentions of the researchers were. But the results were undeniable.
Yeah, you can
Number
see
6
that.
is abandoned by Disney.
Oh my god,
Disney
I've heard of this
theme
one
park known
too.
as Treasure Island in Bakers Bay, Bahamas, was abandoned by Disney. This
Yep.
was after a failed $30 million construction project, and it has since become known as a ghost town. One individual foolishly ventured into the eerie, darkened park to explore. The chilling experience took a turn for the worse when he entered the mascots-only area. Inside, he discovered a number of Disney costumes, but there was one costume, a Mickey Mouse costume, that was laid out in a way that was a little bit more sinister than the others. The costume appeared itself to be a murder victim.
Can you not show a picture of that, please?
The Mickey Mouse costume sprung to life. Want to see my head come off? The costume asked, and without
did show a picture.
At its own head and neck. Thick, chunky yellow blood spilled everywhere, and the man
that's photo negative Mickey.
Noting that above the door to the mascots only area was written "Abandoned by God." He never went back, and it's unknown if the Mickey Mouse costume is still there waiting for its next visitor.
Number 7 is my dead girlfriend keeps messaging me.
Oh my god, I heard of this one too. This is kind of weird. I don't believe it's real, but it's freaking weird.
Terms with deleting her off of his Facebook. One day, he received a hello from her in the form of a Facebook message. Originally, thinking her account was hacked, he disregarded it. That was until a
My
barrage
TV is
of
literally the only thing
nonsensical
lighting my
messages
room up right
as
now.
well as her tagging herself in pictures that she was not visible in. Nathan realized that the messages he was receiving were simply recycled portions of previous chats that the couple had had in the past, which wasn't a reason for alarm. That was until a message with the word freezing came through. That was, in fact, the last message that Emily had ever sent Nathan while she was still alive, and only he knew of it. Distraught, Nathan understandably went to seek help, but before leaving his computer, got a final notification of being tagged in a picture with Emily. It was of him, in his room, at his computer, posting the story online.
That was the freakiest part.
Is the expressionless. In June of 1972, a woman arrived at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in nothing but a white gown covered in blood. The woman was different from your typical patient. She inspired terror in anyone who witnessed her. The woman appeared as if she were a living mannequin and had a bloodied kitten clamped within her mouth.
Oh
she
my
spit it
god!
out on the floor before collapsing and remained motionless as she was transported to the emergency room. When doctors arrived, she smiled and revealed sharp, jagged teeth. A doctor nervously asked, "What are you?" The woman, with inhuman speed, bit out the doctor's jugular and then whispered, "I am God." She feasted on the security guards who entered the room to stop her before she escaped the hospital, and she has never been seen since.
That cat did something to her.
Widemouth. Sick with a case of mono, a 5-year-old boy developed an imaginary friend with a wide-mouthed grin to help him cope with his illness. The bored
Tell me it's not the
old
smiling
child
man.
enjoyed the company of Mr. Widemouth, who soon came up with a game to play, leaping from the second story of his home.
What
Mr. Whitemouth continued to try to get
Can you please keep it on his kid?
other extremely dangerous things, including juggle knives. Luckily, despite
it's just a
all
cartoon
Mr.
picture.
Suggestions, the boy
And it's an
continued to
animal? Is that a rabbit?
refusals that the boy recalls is an instance in which Mr. Widemouth suggested
cat?
that the boy follow him down a trail, which he also refused. Years later, that boy became a young man and decided to travel down that very path, only to realize that it led to a graveyard filled with many children's tombstones.
Here's number 10.
Oh
His
no.
Smile Dog. In 2007,
Oh god, no, don't show it, don't show it, don't show it.
Mary E. in Chicago because she claimed to have a story that she wanted to share with him that he might have wanted to write about. When he arrived at her home,
Don't
he found
show
her
it.
locked up in her bedroom where she was crying profusely and ranting about nightmares and visions. All of this was centered around an image she had viewed called smile.jpg. It was said that
Don't show it.
which consisted of a smiling dog, would incite insanity upon anyone who viewed it. The smiling dog would invade their dreams and demand that they share
Don't show
the
it, don't
image,
show
or
it, don't
else
show
they
it.
would certainly die. Mary E. intended to share the image.
I am
with the
literally
writer
looking
in
away
order
from
to
my
save
TV
herself
right
from
now.
certain death, but eventually she changed her mind. Soon after, Mary
Don't show it,
E.
don't show it,
took her
don't
whole
show it,
life,
please
unable
don't.
to cope with the endless
You're not that
assaults
sick,
from
are
the
you?
smiling dog. Nearly a year later, the author was sent an email with an attachment. It was the smile.jpg image, and his curiosity was too much to bear. The author foolishly opened the image and looked upon it.
Oh god, you're showing it!
The author posted this story online for anyone unfortunate enough to come across it. You're welcome.
And
Shut up!
Thank you so much to my good friend Rob Dyke, who's behind me, for helping me with this extra creepy episode.
Okay, so, in the next video, we are going to be reacting to part 3, but if you guys don't want to stick around for that long, happy Halloween, have fun tonight, trick-or-treating with your kids, but don't steal a lot of their candy. But anyway, guys, this is Tyler Stokes, aka the Gaming Guy TWG, saying see you later, TWG Army, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, buy the game, play the game, beat the game, remember to follow me on Twitter and Google+, all friend requests are accepted. Peace.